Welcome back to my channel on a very exciting Brexit day. As I promised you this noon, I want to give you a video tonight with a little bit more detail and more reactions from the opposition. And just for a start, please forgive me if sometimes I'm going to look down to my notes while speaking, because so much happened today I can't memorize it that quickly. But let's just get started. The Queen has granted Boris Johnson his prorogation. She obviously didn't have the chance to do something differently, because that is what a role is, obviously. But that means that Parliament will return on the 3rd of September and most probably will be suspended again on 10th of September. And it will be suspended until the 14th of October, 2 weeks before Brexit date. And there will be a Queen's speech. John Bercow, who is on holidays at the moment, but still he immediately reacted on this. He said it's an constitutional outrage, and whoever watched sessions of parliaments in the last years knows that he always wants to defend the rights of the parliament, and that he must be furious about this. By the way, he says he wasn't even informed by the government in advance of this statement. That is something where I think that would have been courteous to do so, to inform the Speaker of the House before I announce to public that I will prorogue Parliament. Nicola Sturgeon, the leader of the SNP and First Minister in Scotland, also commented on the new developments. She said, now all the opposition has to come together to stop prorogation, or the whole thing will go down as a dark day for democracy in history. But, as I must say, I must agree with her on that. She also said the whole action of Boris Johnson today is not entirely surprising. But they already started to get into the hard words again, because Nicola Sturgeon agrees with one of her party members that this is not democracy, this is a dictatorship if they do something like this. She even agreed that this is a coup d'etat. We talked about this in one of my other videos. To stop a majority of parliament to act against a no deal like this is, on her point of view, really a coup d'etat. And she added, you usually see something like this in countries who are led by a dictator. But this is happening to the UK now. And like many others, she added that Boris Johnson was not elected by the people, but only by a small group. And with that, she means the members of the Conservative Party. And of course, Jeremy Corbyn, the leader of Her Majesty's opposition, has commented on this as well. He says all opposition agrees that prorogation is not acceptable, and he already asked, what is Boris Johnson afraid of? What could they do that he is so afraid of that he doesn't even want them to be in session? But Parliament will return on the 3rd, as I said, until the 10th at least. And Corbyn has commented on their now very immediate plans they're going to need, and that he said they will bring an attempt to stop what Boris Johnson is doing now by legislation. And he also wants to challenge Boris Johnson with a vote of no confidence soon after that, if necessary. He calls the whole thing not a coup d'etat, he calls it a grab on democracy. He also wrote a letter to the Queen to ask for an urgent meeting. I don't know about that long in the past, but I don't know if some leader of the opposition got Her Majesty to change her mind or to take back a permission she has already given. So I don't know if this is futile. Jeremy Corbyn also states on the fact that Boris Johnson was only elected by a tiny group and not regularly, and a prime minister like this would now try to prevent Parliament from acting against a no deal. Boris Johnson, in a statement this morning, said prorogation is necessary to bring a new legislative that is always the hardest word when I make a video for you. I don't know why. So, Boris Johnson talked about that he wants to bring a new legislative program, and that is why he needs prorogation. Because even with prorogation, before and after prorogation, the members of parliament will still have the chance to bring some legislation, or at the Queen's speech there will be a vote, and there can be amendments and so on. And so he said he needs the prorogation for his new legislative program, but Jeremy Corbyn says it's just an excuse and he only needs prorogation to stop Brexit. When you look at the timing, it's more likely to agree with Jeremy Corbyn there than with Boris Johnson. Jeremy Corbyn also said Boris Johnson has to be held accountable by attending Parliament and not by running away from Parliament. Typical political fighting speech, I guess. But there were some interesting parts in German TV this afternoon, which I want to tell you about as well, because you might not follow what in other countries will be said when events happen in the UK like this. German TV said there's still a small window next week for Parliament. For once, the MPs will have a chance to bring a bill to extend the exit date, but only a very tiny chance. But even if they would do, German television talked about what chance does it have even if they get it through Parliament. Boris Johnson can ignore it and it will have no consequences, because the MPs won't send anybody into number 10 and arrest Boris Johnson if he ignores the bill if they pass them. Then they said, of course, there's a second option with the vote of no confidence, which Jeremy Corbyn always wanted, but that would have the risk of a general election. And nobody at the moment, except the Brexit party, should want that, because it will be completely open what's going to happen in a general election before Brexit date. So German media concluded that the chances for Parliament to act now are very slim, but that Johnson, well, that there was a German word which I don't want to translate there. Well, he's not the nicest guy to attempt what he did today. And German media are sure after the Queen's speech, that short before Brexit date, it will be too late to stop no deal. There were discussions, of course, why the Queen has done this, why she has granted a prorogation, but German media were very constructive about this, and they just said the Queen had to grant prorogation. Her role, her constitutional role, demands that she agrees what the government asks for. So I don't expect any blame game against Her Majesty from the outside world on this. But there's the other point of the Queen being involved. German media say that even some Tories are furious that Boris Johnson had the Queen involved in the topic of Brexit, and I must say I do agree with that. I don't want to say too much as a foreigner, but an important constitutional figure as the Queen, which is a role model, which is highly regarded worldwide, should not be involved in something like this, where emotions on both sides are running that high. That is my personal opinion. But there's another fun fact about the German media. They believe that Johnson still hopes that, although the chances are slim, someone, for example Parliament, will stop him before a no deal, so that there can be a general election, and he can use that as a blame game for the general election to get a major win in this election. What do you think about that? Could that be possible? I personally do expect a hard fight next week in Parliament between the new leader of the House, Jacob Rees-Mogg, and Speaker John Bercow about the regulations of Parliament, about precedents and the possibilities of Parliament, what they can do and what they can't do. So I think that will be really exciting sessions. I'm looking forward to this. I'm trying to plan my schedule the way that I can watch this, and I will keep you informed what happens, of course. The Brexit story will definitely go on. It will be quite exciting to see what ideas which side is going to have. But for today, I think I gave you all the information I could get. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you will be informed immediately when I make my next Brexit video. Don't forget to share this video. Please help me a bit there. And I'm still quite a new YouTuber, although I made a lot of videos about politics in Germany, about Germany and Brexit as well, to have more people watch my videos, because I think many more people would be interesting, especially about German politics, where I make this explain videos. So if you like what I'm doing, please give me a hand by helping me have my channel grow. My aim is to get more people informed, and you can be a part of it. So thank you very much. This was got very late today, but still have a good night and see you soon. Bye bye.